Please note that in this recording, some of the questions may be inaudible, but the Master's answers are audible and clear.
Any question you would like to ask? Yes. Well, it's the same old wine in a different bottle. Well, this time the label was on Guru Nanak. Now, yesterday the label was on Swamiji Maharaj. But fortunately, all the mystics speak the same language. They share the same spiritual truth. It was Shabad from the fourth Guru, and he was trying to explain that the Lord we are trying to seek is nowhere outside, He is within every one of us. And you will not find the Lord in the temple or in the forest or in rivers or in the books. You have to search the Lord within yourself. You cannot see it because there is a veil of ego between you and the Father. Unless you are able to eliminate this veil of ego, you will not be able to realize the Father within yourself. Then he was explaining thus, you see, that why we are attached to this creation. Because we think all what we see, all what we move about are mixed with, this is real, this is reality. But actually, Guru Nanak was saying that all what you see, what you mixed with, your relation, your friends, your children and everything, it's only a karmic relationship. Nothing is real here. Today they belong to you, yesterday they belong to different persons, and tomorrow they'll belong to somebody else. They are not going to last you at all. And even these worldly wealth and worldly houses and worldly factories and all that, this is also no reality. You see, it's just like a shade of a tree. It moves from place to place. So this world is perishable. Sooner or later, it just finishes. So he says, you are always living in this delusion, thinking these things to be real. You are day and night working hard to own them. And you are trying to deceive yourself that they belong to you. Nothing belongs to you here. There's only one Father who belongs to us, and we belong to the Father. One who belongs to us, we never care to belong to Him, are trying to reach Him. One who doesn't belong to us, we are always hankering after them. He says, that is why you are attached to this creation. And the Lord is within every one of you, no doubt. Then he was explaining us how you can get rid of this attachment from this creation. He says it is the mind which is attached to this creation. So unless you are able to release the soul from the clutches of the mind, you can never become whole. You can never become perfect. You can never know yourself. And unless you know yourself, you are not in a position to know the Father at all. Then he was explaining in our body, the seat of the soul and mind knotted together is at the eye center. From here, the mind is running through the nine apertures into the whole creation and is getting attached to everything we see, we mix with and all that. He says, when you cannot even concentrate at the eye center for a second, how can the mind will go back to its own source, Tirkuti, second stage? And unless the mind reaches there, how can your soul get released from the clutches of the mind? So the first step is, you must learn to concentrate at the eye center. And then naturally with Simran and Dhyan, we have to withdraw our consciousness to the eye center. And then he gave an example that you are attached to this creation But you will not be able to detach yourself from the creation unless you get something better, player, than the player of the senses, player of these objects, player of this creation. And he says that better player the Lord has kept within every one of us, irrespective of chord and creed, and that player is Shabad and Naam is at the eye center. He gave a beautiful example of the elephant. He says, look, elephant is so powerful. It uproots very huge trees right from the roots in the jungle. But how do they tame them? That Mahavat, what we call it, that man who sits on the elephant and controls the elephant, he has that ankus, something made of the iron, you see. And he so much controls the elephant, he takes them into the school where children are playing, he takes them into the bazaars, he takes them everywhere into the exhibitions, but elephant doesn't see with a bad eye to anyone because the elephant has been tamed by that person, you see, by that rider. So similarly, he says mind is no less than an elephant. It is also very strong because it belongs to Tirkuti. Its source is second stage Tirkuti. So when you will go to a mystic or a saint, he will attach your mind to the Shabad and Naam. So when you will practice and taste that Shabad and Naam from within, your mind will also be tamed. There is, see, just like that of the rogue elephant at all. So he says, if you want to control your mind, if you want your mind to go to its own source, there's only one way. Go to the mystic who will attach you to the Shabad and Naam within yourself. And you practice that Shabad and Naam, and when you taste that Shabad and Naam, that nectar within yourself, it is so delicious. Guru Nanak was saying that Amrit or nectar, living water, is so delicious. You automatically will be detached from all this creation, all the object. Otherwise, detachment will not create any attachment within us. Only the attachment can create detachment within us. So he was trying to explain about that Shabad and Naam. And then another point he was trying to tell us, for this practice, you don't have to change any religion. At least I was trying to explain, you see. You don't have to change any religion. You don't have to wear certain type of dresses and different type of form, you see, to any mode of living at all. You don't have to change anything at all. What you need is the atmosphere in which you can build your meditation. And that atmosphere you will get in the company of the mystics, in the company of the saints, because they are always hammering on us about meditation. And they are always trying to explain to us about Shabad and Naam. And in that atmosphere, you will be able to build your treasure in heaven. There's no other way at all. So he says, you don't have to change your way of life. You don't have to change any religion. You don't have to change the color of your clothes or anything. Neither you have to leave your relations or friends or anything. You only seek the company of the mystics. And in that atmosphere, it will be easier for you to build your treasure in heaven. Then he was explaining, as long as you are victim of ego, you are miserable. You can never become happy at all. Because you think these things belong to you, and they will never belong to you. So naturally you will sooner or later start feeling frustration. And you will become miserable. Anything you claim is yours, that gives you a source of headache and source of misery. Because nothing belongs to you, everything belongs to the Father. So you merge with the Father and detach yourself from these worldly objects and worldly faces. Only then you can become happy. Then Guru Nanak was trying to explain us the Shabad and Naam of which I am referring so much in this Shabad. He says that Shabad and Naam is nowhere outside, it is right within your body. But it is the mind which doesn't let us seek that Shabad and Naam within ourselves. It takes us away outside to temples and mosques and churches and to shrines and to uh, you see that tanks, bathing outside waters and tanks, and put us in reading books and outside rituals and ceremony. It always puts people, you see, outside. It doesn't let us seek that Shabad and Ram within ourselves at all. He says, what should you do? He gave another very beautiful example. He says, these water diviners, they always tell you, to try to dig the earth from here, you will find a built-up well which has been filled with the earth. You just, you see, take the earth out and you start taking the water, use the water from that well. So similarly, the water diviner doesn't build a well there and doesn't fill it with the dust and then come and tell you. He has knowledge, he knows. So you make use of his knowledge and then you make use of that well, old well you see, which has been buried under the ground. So similarly, Guru Nanak was saying that no mistake is going to put anything within yourself at all. Everything the Lord has kept within you, but you are not conscious of that wealth which the Lord has put in, which the Lord has put within yourself at all. So when you will go to a mystic and a saint, he will make you conscious what treasure you are carrying within yourself. And he will tell you the procedure, the method, how to seek that treasure, how to get hold of that treasure of Shabad and Naam from yourself, and how to hold that wealth which will make you king of the kings. Then he was saying that this human birth has been given to you for that particular purpose. Don't waste in worldly, foolish pursuits at all. And the only way you can make best use of this human birth is to go to some mistake and attach yourself to the Shabad and Naam. Ultimately, he was coming to the grace of the Father. He says, without his grace, without his pull, nobody can search the Father at all. We are just like the blind person. Unless he's taken out of that darkness, unless he's pulled out of that darkness, he can never come out of the darkness at all. So similarly, we have absolutely become blind in this delusion, in this mesh of Maya, you see. So unless the grace of the Lord is there, we will never be able to come out of this delusion. You see, never be able to come out of this realm of mind and Maya. So he says, unless his grace is there, we will never be able to worship the Father. And how you enjoy his bliss and grace of the Father? When he wants to pull you from this creation to his own level, he will automatically bring you in the company of the mystic. And you will automatically find yourself on the path. And he will give you that pull from within, which will force you to meditate and seek the Lord within yourself. And you will be able to attain your destination, attain your mission. He says everything is in the hand of the Lord. Unless his grace is there, we will never be able to find anything at all. So these are the few points which he was trying to explain. Yeah.
When we return, the people in our Sangha will ask us, how does Master's health look? So we can report correctly, how is your health?
You can tell them what you see. I speak, I talk, I walk, I sleep, and I smile. What else do you want? I don't know the criterion of health, but my normal function is functioning all right. Yes. Yes, I have a lot of time, don't worry.
Very beautiful because we can see what you are doing for us. This is all year round. We have only a few days, very exhausting for us with a lot of dust and traveling, and it's very beautiful to see what kind of work you are doing all year for all your children. very grateful.
Sister, I am not doing anything. It is the Sevadar who is doing everything. I just watch them doing. And you are all part of them. I just watch them doing everything. Yes. Well, brother, Dhyan is a great help. It's not must. When we are able to withdraw our consciousness to the eye center, we need something to hold our attention there. And nothing you can find better than to contemplate on the form of the Master. Because on whomsoever you will try to contemplate, you will get attached to that form. And you will go where that attachment of yours will be. So, real form of the Master is Shabad and Naam. And Master merges back into that Shabad and Naam. So, with our attachment to that face, with our attachment of that, you see, contemplating on the form of Master, automatically our tendency is towards the merging into the Shabad and Naam. So we are able to hold our attention at the eye center with the help of Dhyan. We must have something to hold our attention here. It becomes difficult to hold the attention in the vacuum. But once you start seeing the light or colors or other things you see, then there is something to hold your attention. Then you need not try to do this exercise. Automatically your attention is being held there with something which will take you to the real form of the Master within. And even you don't do Dhyan, you keep your attention in the darkness and do Simran, you will automatically come here. But Dhyan is a great help. Yes, please.
Dhyan in any way like catching hold of the radiant form of the Master, and that somehow it's grace that you're able to do it? Or
No, it's not catching the radiant form of the Master. It is trying to hold our attention there, where we are able to be in touch with the divine melody within. And that pulls us to the level of the radiant form of the Master. Mere Dhyan doesn't help us to get the radiant form of the Master.
was it like grace or like a gift to be able to do?
Well, brother, gift in a sense, the people we love, we automatically visualize their faces. Rather, we can't get rid of those faces, people we love. We get obsessed with them. So we always visualize their faces. So love plays a great part in Dhyan. Yes?
Maharaji, often you say to practice Simran and Dhyan simultaneously.
Yes.
If Dhyan is more pleasing at the time, do you practice Dhyan separately?
Well, brother, I don't know your concept of having Dhyan separately, because faculty to think and faculty to visualize both have to be occupied. It is natural with us that about whomsoever we are thinking, we are also trying to visualize those faces. So both faculties have to be occupied. One faculty is occupied by Simran. Other faculty has to be occupied by visualizing on the form of the Master. So they should go simultaneously. Yes? Yes, please. Well, the negative power, his agent is already sitting within every one of us. That is mind. You see, mind is the agent of call, the negative power. And he is dominating within every one of us. So you don't have to find that negative power somewhere outside at all. It's right within us. Pardon? Previous karmas? In what way? Well, of course, our whole life is just controlled by our previous karmas, no doubt. But we have to not only account for them, but we have to try to rise above them also by attending to meditation. Yes? Pardon? Well, sister, he knows best. When he marks, how he marks, whom he marks. Nobody can question him. If we know the criteria, how he marks, when he marks, then his powers are limited. But his powers are unlimited. So he knows whom to mark, when to mark, how to mark. But only the marked one will go back to him. Yes? Well, sister, Master's grace is always there. You see, when a beggar knocks at the door, he doesn't question the owner. I will only knock if you assure me that you are going to give me the alms. His duty is to knock. It is for the owner to come out and fill his pocket. So we are nobody to question. We have to do our duty. We have to do meditation. And he is not unconscious of what we are doing. He is rather more anxious to pull us to his level. When he has marked us, when he has put us on the path, naturally he wants us to go back to him. So his grace is always there. We have to become receptive by meditation. Yes? Pardon? To break the attachment? Just a little louder, please.
Sister is saying the worldly attachments prevent us from meditating.
No doubt, but only you will be able to rise above those worldly attachments by meditation. There is no other way also. So you have to fight with the mind to attend to your meditation so that you succeed to detach yourself from them. Yes? By meditation. You see, Christ has said, "You have come unto me and I have come unto you." How did Christ enter into the body of another person? And how did the disciple enter into the body of the master? There must be some process. He says, "I have come unto you and you have come unto me." It is not physically coming into the body. It is submitting to his will to become him. Meditation only helps us to do it. Yes? Well, sister, we should never try to analyze what is ego and what is not ego. Some people think probably if I say, I will bring this thing for you, probably I have used the word of ego. I doesn't mean if you refer to yourself. You have to refer to yourself with some word. You are referring to yourself with only a word. That doesn't create any ego in you. Ego is obsessed with the possession. That is ego. The words don't create any ego in us. It is our attitude of the mind which creates ego in us. So somebody was telling me, I don't use the word I at all. It's egoistic to talk like that. Well, some word you have to use. That word can be ego then. So it is the attitude of the mind, not the words, not the language. Yes?
Haraki, one such young lady and I were discussing the other day, and there are two different ways that they're trying to look at the relationship with you sometimes. She and I don't feel that Cal has anything to do with us anymore because we're your children and we're your disciples. And when things happen that are negative around us, we don't feel like you are totally in charge of our hearts.
You see, we have a very strange concept that we have nothing to do with Kal now. As long as we are in his realm, we are dominated by him. We are living in his creation, we are living in his world, we are living in his realm. When we go beyond the realm of mind and Maya, then we say that we don't live in the realm of Kal at all. No, that is something different. It's not the question. We shouldn't analyze these things. You see that whether we are being controlled by the Kal or we are controlled by someone else, you see. These are unnecessary discussions. We are of mind and Maya with the help of Shabda and Naam. As long as the mind dominates us, we are dominated by the Kal. Mind is the agent, and right within us. At every step he is with us. So our fight is with the mind every step. Our fight with the Kal is at every step. Well, Lord is with every one of us. Nobody denies Lord being within us at all. But we have to reach to the level when we are with Him.
So if I do something that's not very nice,
Sister, mind can be responsible also of meditation. That is the main thing, rather than analyzing these things too much. We can't say that we have escaped from the clutches of the Kal, because we are still living in this creation. But we are trying to get out of his clutches, you see, when we go beyond the realm of mind and Maya. Yes? So keep away. You see, this is also a problem, because when the mind is excited, it doesn't concentrate. Excited mind, frustrated mind, it doesn't concentrate. But we should continue doing it. Yes? Two souls, one soul is not enough in the body? There are never two souls in the body. There is no soul mate at all. If the two souls in one body, they will never sit at peace at all. When two people cannot stay together in one room, how can two souls stay so long in one body? It will be hell. Those two souls mean two minds. Also, it means karmas of the two previous births. Oh, it will be hell with the body. One is enough. No, no, there's only one soul. Yes. What do you mean by people around us?
Sometimes it feels like somebody is giving us a compelling message that's coming from, not from them, but from a higher source. Sometimes Master speaks to other people in that.
You mean Master speaking to some other people? Why should he speak through other people to you? Why doesn't he speak to you direct? This is exploitation by someone. Master doesn't need anybody's help to speak to his own people. He has to come direct, straight. Master is right within every one of us. Why should he tell to somebody else to give this message to that person, you see? See? This is a wrong concept. And how can we be sure his mind is speaking or the Master is speaking to him? We can never be sure. Yes, please.
There are no failures inside life. But we are all assured of going home one day. How about our children? Do their association?
They have, brother, you see, they have their own karmas. Everybody is born with his own karma. Children are definitely influenced by the parents. It's definite. We are always influenced by the company we keep. Parents are always hero for the children. They always try to copy their parents. They are influenced, but they have their individual karmas to go through. That doesn't mean they're bound to become satsangis. No. They have their individual karmas to go through. Yes. Pardon? Help for giving satsang? Well, it depends upon the individual groups, you see, how they want to conduct their meetings. There's no hard and fast rules. Then it will become just a ceremony. We don't want to lay down any rules and regulations, you see, speak this and don't speak this and say this and don't say this, you see. You group has to come together and we should become a source of strength to each other. We should all combine together, create an atmosphere of meditation in which we have to build our treasure within. That is the purpose of satsang. There should be absolutely harmony in satsang. There should be no question of any parties or anybody bossing on each other or anybody is superior to one another. This concept is wrong. We should be helpful to each other. We should be a source of strength to each other. And we should be example to each other. Sometimes you see, you get tired, you become sick, you keep the hand on your friend's shoulder and able to walk and go home. So we do falter here and there. So we need a support of somebody to walk again. So that is the purpose of satsang. We do need help from one another. And then it's entirely for the individual group how they want to conduct their meetings. But the main thing is that when we get up, we are filled with love and devotion, and we seem to enjoy that bliss and atmosphere which we build, which should induce us to go back and attend to our meditation. That atmosphere we have to create in satsang. Yes. We shall all? Or what she's, I have not followed the word. Earn our own living. Yes. Then?
How do you feel about wives earning their living when they could be supported by a husband?
Same thing. There's no by own living doesn't mean that you're independent of your wife and husband. You are jointly running a house. If husband is earning, it is your earning. You are also working for him in the house. You're looking after the children, looking after everybody in the house. What? Whatever it is, it depends upon the individual couple to decide. It is not essential that everybody has to work and go out for the job. Even in the house there are so many jobs.
I'm asking because I feel quite late in life I've been struggling to find a way of being in the world, of earning living. And it's proving very interesting and brutal. And I feel quite distracting to me spiritually.
Well, sister, it depends upon individual situations you see in your own homes. How do you manage to spend your life together?
By dreaming, I'm growing up in a not spiritually, but in a world, and I feel a struggle.
The only thing is one should not become burden on anybody. One should not become a beggar to others. That's all. Yes? Nice? Please little louder. Then? I'm not able to understand. Yes, that's right. Everything is a meditation. You are doing Simran, it is meditation. You are listening to the sound, it is meditation. You are living a clean moral life, it is a meditation. And you are living a way of Santmat life, is a meditation for you. Everything is a meditation. That helps us to clean our Sanchit karmas. You see, the idea behind is that we have, as you know, 3 types of karmas. With our strong willpower, we may not sow a new seed. And whatever we have to go through as destiny in this span of life, we can, with strong willpower, we can go through even the hardest karmas without losing our balance. But what about the karmas which we have been collecting from birth to birth, from flesh to flesh? till today. There's no other way except to clear them by meditation. So meditation helps us in every way. Meditation helps you to strengthen your willpower to go through your destiny smilingly and not to sow any new seed which will pull you back to this creation and clear your old karmas. That is the advantage of meditation. So 99% of our meditation is meant for Sanchit karmas. Yes? It depends upon the individual engagements and individual way of life, you see. That is why Christ said, repent. That meditation is repenting for our past, which we have done in the last births. Only by meditation we can repent. Because we don't know what we have done. How much we have collected so much debris. How much we have collected so much filth in the previous births. So we only can repent by meditation. Yes?
The heaviest burden we are carrying. Past burden is the heaviest.
Yes? Pardon? Well, Elsa, without Simran you won't hear Shabad. Simran is a strong means to be attached to the Shabad. So when it is a strong means, it's also a part of meditation. No. Whatever little time you to devote yourself to meditation, you are eliminating karmas. Whether it is a Simran, whether it is a Dhyan, whether it is your way of life, whether you are attending to the Shabad within, everything helps. Everything helps. Pardon?
When I'm meditating and for an hour or so, sometimes I give up the struggle, of knowing. Maybe I'll listen to the sound 5 minutes, and then that you should be always listening to the sound. How long?
Well, sister, it depends upon individuals, you see. Normal, general rule, I have told you 1.5 hour Simran and 1 hour Shabad. But you can shift here and there, you can change according to your necessity. Yes, there's no harm. Sometimes we just hear the sound, we don't do Simran. It depends upon the individual, you see. Not hard and fast. But general we say, you see, like this. Yes, please.
Master, at initiation, we're given the 5 names and we are told how to go inside. And we are told emphatically not to reveal any of our inner experiences. Some of us have families, brothers, sisters, mothers, and husbands who are very curious about the path. And they keep inquiring and asking questions. And we all like to try to answer those questions as well as we can. And in our zeal and enthusiasm to explain our path so our loved ones will understand, we may forget that vow of not to reveal those inner jewels. If perhaps we may slip and be indiscreet in our explanation of Sant Mat and the inner path to loved ones, what is the consequence to us?
Well, sisters, there's no question of consequences. You see, there's no harm in sharing the teaching with the other people, especially with the seekers. We should always be open to them and receptive to their questions. But this inner experience is our personal treasure. We should try to digest within ourselves. And there is hardly any necessity to share the inner experience with anybody at all. Our relationship of the Father is that direct. It is not through our beloved ones or through our family or through our relations. Our relationship with the Father is direct. And we should try to digest whatever we have within ourselves. There are no consequences.
Thank you, Master.
Maharaji, if a satsangi has a back or neck problem, is it all right to spend a portion of the time in meditation lying down?
Sister, my brother, I have told many times that posture is least important in the meditation. Posture is only from the health point of view. It is the concentration which matters. You can sit in any posture, whichever you find it comfortable. If you are not allowed to sleep, there is no harm even doing lying down. The only problem is that when we lie down, we easily are allowed to sleep. Otherwise, you can sit on a comfortable chair, you can sit on a comfortable cushion, you can lean against some hard substance, whatever way it suits you. You don't have to stretch too much your body, you see, to retain that posture. Sit in any way you find it comfortable.
Thank you. Another question, please?
Please.
Maharaji, you have so many disciples. How can we know that you love each and every one of us the same?
I can't say. This question is very strange, because those who love the Lord, they love His creation. They see the Lord in every one of us. So they are attached to every one of us. Those who love the Creator, they also love His creation. They find the Creator in everyone. So they love the Creator in us. In another way, they love us. Every disciple has an individual relationship with the Master. That link is there. It has to grow and grow. It is not the question of Master loving the disciple, it is the question of disciple loving the Master. Master's love is there when He has put us on the path, when He has sown the seed. Now seed has to grow.
Thank you.
Well, Master, since I've been on the path, I've bit by bit do for us by opening us up and teaching us how to love bit by bit. And I feel so much, when I'm around you, I feel so opened. And yet I also feel and see how locked up I am inside in my own heart. I feel bound, I feel dark, and I feel violence in myself, and I feel darkness in myself. And I don't feel love in myself. You know, I see this, I see you, and I'm so happy. You make me so happy, you make us so happy here. And then I look at myself, and I see my heart is closed in so many ways, and I don't know how to open it.
Well, brother, there is a different aspect of our mind. It is the same mind. Sometimes it feels it is full with love and devotion. Sometimes it feels I am absolutely dry. I have no love for anybody, because we are always trying to analyze our own self. We are trying to measure our strength of love, depth of love. So this is our own mind which is playing with us. That will help you to overcome your loneliness.
My own what?
Loneliness. that will help you to feel that you belong to somebody. Somebody belongs to you. You have someone as a source of strength on which you can depend, on which you can lean. And you are not all alone fighting your battle of life.
Thank you. Maharaji, I'm sorry.
Please, please.
At home, I spend a portion of my time in counseling alcoholics and drug addicts. My question is, do I run the risk of incurring a karmic obligation to these people through my efforts at trying to help
brother,
them?
it's a very noble cause, what you are doing. At no cost you should leave it. It's a very noble cause. To help somebody to get rid of these drugs and drinks, and naturally it improves their family life. It improves them. It's a very noble cause. You are not running any risk of karmic involvement with anybody. Because you are doing it without any motive, without any intention of any reward.
Thank you.
Master, when we're here, we see how beautiful you are. And we are filled with a desire to meditate. How can we keep that enthusiasm when we go home and face our worldly responsibilities? How can we keep from getting scattered and dissipated?
Sister, this beauty is in the lover's eyes, lover's heart. The beauty is not anywhere else. So we should try to discharge our responsibilities and duties we have taken on our shoulder, and why should we shirk them? There are certain natural instincts in us which we have to satisfy to some extent. The instinct of a mother is there, instinct of being a sister is there, a daughter is there, a wife is there, a friend is there, a citizenship of a country is there. We have to satisfy these instincts so that there is no suppression in us of any kind. And we have also to tend to our meditation.
Thank you.
Maharaji, I would like to ask a question about death in a hospital. One has to die in the hospital. Sometimes the family is given the option of a completely unconscious death. All the symptoms are suppressed, or symptoms of when the soul withdraws and the person becomes agitated, then they give him a shot to calm down the agitation. If he gets hiccups, they give him a shot to calm down the hiccups. If they get that, they give another shot. And the person is completely unconscious from the beginning till the very end. And cannot communicate with anybody, cannot say anything. Now, I want to ask you if such a death should be avoided for satsangi.
Brother, it depends upon, you see, what type of illness he's going through. If those shots are given to improve him,
I'm only talking about the final stage, the very final. That's when the withdrawal starts, withdrawal of the soul.
Then there's no harm in such shots. There's no harm. So Sangi doesn't suffer from these things at all. That relationship of the soul with the Lord or with the Shabad is something very different than the physical pain that he's going through, or the physical, you see, that he's going through all that physical discomfort.
Master, I would like to know if it's possible that you could take me into the seventh plane. The seventh plane, the seventh heaven.
What is there to do there?
I was under the understanding that you could not go no further than the fourth plane, the fourth heaven, which is disciples.
Sister, we shouldn't worry about the planes, whether they are 7, whether they are 8, or whether they are 5. Let us go on the path. When we are in a train and train is moving, we will automatically see what is coming ahead of us.
Master, I was wondering if you might speak to us about give of ourselves in our day-to-day life, or when we give in charity or something like that. Does that please the Master, and is that service to the Master?
Well, it depends upon the type of charity, how the money is being used. You see, but this thing I must admit, there's more pleasure in giving than accepting. There's more pleasure in helping somebody than accepting a help from somebody. There's more pleasure in sacrificing something for the other person's sake rather than expecting him to sacrifice for us.
If I take on karma by buying meat.
Well, sister, you should avoid it. We are a part of a very big chain, and we can't get out of that chain. We have so many obligations and responsibilities in our life, so many type of people we have to come, we have to meet them, we have to go through with them, ups and downs of life. So the main thing is that we should avoid eating. If you can't help it, don't worry.
Thank you.
Maharaji, I was asked by a satsangi father at home to ask you this question. He has a son who is suffering from a kidney ailment. He can't survive unless he gets a donation. Now, he's on the list of priority. He isn't finding a donor. And the father wants to know whether he should donate one of his kidneys and how you think about it.
Well, that is entirely for the father to decide. It's entirely for him to decide.
Right. Thank you.
Master, just wanted to say thank you for letting me be with you and for all the arrangements that you've made for all of us and things that you do for us. Thank you.
Brother, you are most welcome. Everybody is welcome. There is no necessity to thank me at all. I even previously told you this institution belongs to every satsangi, one and all. We all is a big family and we all belong to each other. So I don't know whom to thank and who is to thank.
Master, could you talk about bhajan? I also was curious what you said today in the initiation about bhajan.
Bhajan?
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Well,
We are all talking about meditation.
yeah.
Yes.
Well, when you talked about it, could you just talk more about it?
Now, if you have any question, you can ask me. I have no
Okay.
objection.
Well,
But you don't expect me to start with the initiation.
okay. Well, for me, bhajan is so difficult. What makes it so difficult?
Because it is difficult. The mind is spread so much in this creation since ages and ages. It's not so easy to withdraw the mind. You put one muslin cloth on a thorny bush, then try to pull it. There are so many problems to take it away from the thorns. You will injure your fingers and you will tear your cloth and all that, you see. So it's not so easy for the mind to be pulled from the sensual pleasure or from this creation. It takes its own time. It is a difficult job, no doubt.
Thank you.
Master, regarding bhajan, is it okay when the mind starts to wander during bhajan to go back to Simran, or?
Pardon? You mean change your posture from bhajan to Simran?
No change of posture. Just if you find your mind is just not remaining blank.
Yes, sister, there is no harm.
Just stay in the same position.
Yes, if your mind is very blank and is not trying to attend to the sound within, you can shift back to Simran. There is no problem.
Master, I'd like to ask a question, please, about the time of death. For us, at the time of dying, for the satsangi who doesn't qualify to see the radiant form, what is meant by the words, the initiate will be taken care of? Can the Master explain that, or is it different for each individual?
You see, we find our place according to our own individual karmas, our individual attachments, according to our karmas and according to our attachments, we will find our place after the death. If we have to come back to this creation, we'll be sent back here. If Master thinks or the Lord thinks it is better for the soul to be in the inner regions and then make a further progress from there onward, it will be placed in those mansions.
And does the soul, as it progresses at an inner level, then meet the radiant form?
You see, what is your concept of radiant form? I'll tell you, this Shabad itself is a radiant form of the Master, because Master inside projects himself from this Shabad. Actually, what you see or what you hear is the Shabad itself. But since you have seen the Master outside, so unless he appears before you like the one as he is outside, you will not be satisfied and contented that you are seeing your Master. So he projects himself from that Shabad and Naam. That radiant form is nothing but Shabad itself. So Shabad is the one who takes care of the soul at the time of death, even before.
Thank you, Master.
Master, for the past 17 years, I've heard satsangis who convene or hold a satsang and give the discourse say that they are speaking, the Master is speaking through them. Is this in fact true, in spite of all some errors that they may be making, or when they...
Actually, they are speaking on the behalf of the Master.
And not the Master through them?
No, they have their own ideas to express also. They have their own way to express those things. It doesn't mean what they say is absolutely gospel and truth.
Okay.
You can't say that they are all the words of the Master. This is what they have been able to understand the teachings through the Master.
I see. Thank you very much.
Master, I have two. Children are so precious, and I feel that I've learned a lot about love and service raising my daughter. And the other day I made a comment to a satsangi brother that I had a desire to have another child. And he unintentionally reacted very strongly and couldn't understand why I would want to have a child, saying that this child would pull me down and cause so much more karma and attachment. And I just wondered if you'd comment on this.
Sister, how can I comment over it? That is what you wish, that's what you want. Your instincts are there to play the mother to someone else. So what is for me to comment about it? It is absolutely between the husband and the wife to plan.
But is it taking away from your spirituality?
It depends upon your attitude.
Thank you.
If you are always thinking about the other child, your mind is always suppressed about the other child, that won't help you to concentrate even.
Mm-hmm.
Maharaji, 10 years ago I received a letter from you in which you very clearly stated that I was to turn all my energies to achieving my goal in life. I've tried to do this, but it's caused me a little bit of distress or tension, because even when I'm relaxing in the evening or jogging or doing something social, I feel a tension that I actually should be meditating. So what's happened is I do my meditation, but at all other times of the day I'm thinking about meditation, and I'm not sure if you say all my energies, how much energies you mean.
Well, brother, these answers are given with reference to your letters. I don't know what you wrote and to what it has been answered. You must have written something, and if this has been answered accordingly.
Master, you know.
Probably you have forgotten your own letter.
Yes.
And you only remember what I wrote.
Yes. I can't remember what I wrote to you, Master.
Well, if it is constantly reminding you about meditation, then it's very good. Then no harm in it. So it has done its purpose.
Thank you, Maharaji. Well, being a family man and having a business, what about the guilt, sitting and...
I never said that don't use your energy in family or in business. I never say that leave your family or leave your business.
I understand that, yes.
So we have to do all the obligations. And it is for us to think how much time we can to give and how much we can afford to give to meditation. It's entirely for us to decide.
Thank you, Maharaji.
Yes, sister.
Radha-swami, I had a question about bhajan. I was wondering, when the Simran is complete, is it absolutely necessary to change to the bhajan position?
Sister, in order to hear the sound, you have to change in one way or another. You have to switch on from Simran to sound.
So you can't remain in the same position and
You see, some people have a very wrong concept that when they change, they lose the concentration. Concentration is not that of the body, concentration is of the mind. When you change the posture, you don't lose the concentration at all.
But that's not
You only
really,
change the posture.
I guess that's not really my concern. My concern is when I'm sitting in Simran and I've completed, I don't feel like I need to change to the bhajan position. Is that wrong?
No wrong. If you can be in touch with the sound without changing your posture, you're most welcome to do it.
Radha-swami.